Hi students, and welcome to week 11 in your online general psychology course. This week we will cover chapter 10 over motivation and emotion. So as we look at this week and we look at the material in this chapter, we'll learn theoretical perspectives on what propels us towards our goals. What is the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, and then take us into the different human emotions that we experience. Which ones are we born with? Which ones do we learn, etc. So it's a chapter that really will kind of help you explore your own selves and also those around you. So have fun learning about motivation and emotion. As we take a look at this week's assignments in the module, you will have a discussion question that will cover our student learning outcome number 4. And I'll come back and explain that a little bit further. You will have 3 Connect assignments, one on motivation, one on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You may have heard of Maslow's theory before. You'll see it in many different disciplines, including business and education, of course, psychology and sociology. So it's a very well-known theory on what promotes our behavior and what drives us to the apex of achieving self-actualization. And then a news flash that should take you into understanding this idea of the chapter a little bit more. So 3 Connect assignments, your chapter 10 post test or your quiz, and then let's go back and look at your podcast discussion for the week. So this one's a little bit different because I first want you to listen to a podcast. Dr. Laurie Santos is a very well-known professor of psychology. She teaches a class on happiness, as well as other psychological courses, and she has a podcast called The Happiness Lab. So I want you to specifically listen to season 2, episode 1, I believe it is. But here's the link right here. It's a free download, so you can listen to it from her website, from Apple. This is where I'm going to show my age here. Wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, all those different places that you can get it. But this link right here will take you to the podcast. So listen to the podcast first, and then answer these questions right here. So it's going to be about altruism. That's kind of the root of what this discussion question is about. And you're learning about altruism and emotions in this chapter. So after reading the chapter, listen to the podcast, and then go in and answer these questions. So that will be your initial post. It should be about 2 to 4 paragraphs that include your answers to these questions. It's a discussion question, so don't forget your classmates can see it, as well as you need to go in, and for full credit on your discussion questions, you need to respond to your classmates' posts, okay? So don't forget that part here. We've been doing discussion questions. Hopefully by now this is an old hat, and you know what I'm looking for. So 3 Connect assignments, chapter quiz, and then this podcast discussion. We are cranking down here. I hope you are doing well and staying motivated to finish out the rest of the semester. Take care, and as always, reach out if you have any questions.